This guy Southpaw said this actually made me pre-order Battlefield 6 and has 112,000 likes.
You know what? I get it. I get why so many people are tired of Call of Duty. The complaints aren't just noise, they are real frustrations. We've seen recycled maps dressed up as new content. We've seen aggressive skill-based matchmaking that punishes you for being even remotely good at the game. I hear all of that and I feel it too. I'm an active COD player. COD has problems, no doubt about that. If you say you're done with the franchise, I really can't blame you. And with all that frustration, I understand why people would look over the fence at Battlefield and think, maybe this is the solution. Maybe Battlefield is the answer to everything COD has been doing wrong. On paper, it makes sense. EA rolled out the Battlefield beta with massive environments, destructible buildings, and promises of true next-gen experience. People jumped in, played the beta, shared their clips, and the hype started building up fast. But here's the thing. As much as I understand the frustration with COD, Battlefield isn't the solution. Let me explain why. I'm not saying this to hate on Battlefield or the people who enjoy it, but here's what I think people overlook. Battlefield is in the exact same boat. It's not like they have been consistently delivering top-tier games while COD has been sleeping. If anything, both franchises have been struggling for years, and Battlefield hasn't exactly proven that it can rise above those same issues. So when people frame Battlefield as a solution to COD, I just don't see it. They have had their own string of disappointments, their own bugs, their own broken launches, and their own frustrated fan base. It's not that Battlefield players don't love their game, but to act like it's automatically better because COD has problems is ignoring the fact that Battlefield has been battling the exact same reputation issues. The reason I play Call of Duty, even with its flaws, comes down to one simple thing: the thrill. COD forces you to lock in. You're moving fast, you're checking corners, you're paying attention to sound, you're trying to predict where the enemy might pop up. Every second feels like you're walking a tightrope, and that adrenaline is unmatched. It's about the speed, the reflexes, and that dopamine hit when you pull off something insane under pressure. Battlefield doesn't give me that. It's slower, it's larger, it's spread out. And sure, there's nothing wrong with that. It's its own kind of experience. But let's be honest, if you're a COD fan, Battlefield doesn't scratch the same itch. You can throw in all the destructible environments and all the cinematic movement you want, but that doesn't replace the high speed, high awareness rush that COD delivers. COD is like sprinting through chaos and somehow thriving in it. Battlefield is like jogging through a playground with occasional bursts of action. That's fun for some people and there's nothing wrong with that. But for COD fan base, it's not the same. And this is where the hype can be misleading. A lot of people looked at the Battlefield beta and thought the destruction, the big explosions, and the large maps meant it was automatically the better alternative. But personally, playing the beta proved otherwise. Hands-on experience showed that just because buildings collapse and vehicles dominate the battlefield, it doesn't translate into a consistently engaging, high-intensity gameplay. In fact, if every building is destructible, you actually lose something important: gameplay balance. Think about it. If all the covers and hiding spots get blown to pieces, you're left running in open fields. That might be fun for a minute, but in practice, it quickly becomes tedious because it feels like you're repeating the same thing over and over again. It's the same reason racing games don't let your car break into pieces every time you crash. It looks realistic, but it ruins the actual fun. There's a difference between what looks exciting in a beta clip and what keeps you coming back for hundreds of hours. And Battlefield hasn't figured that out yet. Another thing people overlook is how these games live beyond just playing them. COD thrives on social media because its gameplay naturally produces highlights, a 1v4 clutch, a crazy kill streak, or just even an insane sniper shot. These are moments that make people stop scrolling and pay attention. That's part of what keeps COD alive. Battlefield, on the other hand, gives you cinematic montages, and let's be honest, you can only watch so many clips of tank exploding buildings before it all feels the same. Battlefield big moments feel like scenes from one long movie on repeat. COD, by contrast, is unpredictable. That's why COD clips dominate TikTok and YouTube, while Battlefield content struggle to have the same impact. And I want to address something that is bigger than just personal preference. People are putting their hope in Battlefield to push COD into being better. They think that if Battlefield succeeds, Activision will finally feel the pressure to listen. That would be ideal, right? Healthy competition forces improvement. But here's the nightmare scenario. If Battlefield flops on release, COD has no rivals, and when a franchise has no competition, it does whatever it wants. Look at what EA did to football games with EAFC. They dominated the market and eFootball never stood a chance. Now EA doesn't need to be innovative because there are no real alternatives. If Battlefield fails again, COD will be in the same position. Activision will know they can keep releasing half-baked games charge whatever they want, and fans will not have any other mainstream alternative. So ironically, cheering for Battlefield out of spite of Call of Duty might end up backfiring on all of us. Now let me be clear, as I said earlier, I'm not hating on Battlefield. If you love that slower, larger scale type of gameplay, more power to you. Battlefield has its strengths. It can create beautiful cinematic, large scale gameplay that COD simply doesn't aim for. That's fine, but what I'm saying is this. For the core COD fan base, Battlefield doesn't provide a real alternative. It's not about which game looks better in a better clip. It's about which game delivers the experience you actually want when you pick up the controller. And for me and a lot of COD players, that experience is still only found in COD, even with all its flaws. So yes, COD deserves criticism. Absolutely. Activision has gotten away with so much and players have every right to call them out. But switching to Battlefield isn't the fix people think it is. Because Battlefield doesn't solve COD problems. It just offers a completely different style of game. And for the fans who thrive on COD's unique speed, tension, and unpredictability, Battlefield 6 will not replace it. The irony is, the louder people scream Battlefield will kill Call of Duty, the more obvious it becomes that the two games are built for two completely different audiences. So while the public consensus right now may be against COD, I'll say it plainly, I understand the hate and I understand the frustration, but I don't think the solution is Battlefield 6. COD might be flawed, but when it comes to fast-paced, high-adrenaline multiplayer, it stands alone. And that's why I'm not switching teams anytime soon. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have watched this far, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.